Good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Kathy's Crochet Creations. And I'm just getting ready Thursday. I'm whether people like it or not, I'm which they don't from what I can tell. I'm still gonna be putting these videos on there as long as I can. As long as I get the urge. I'm come here, you. Let me wipe this off. Try to fix my eyebrows now. Well, I have to redo. Okay. I have to concentrate because some days they match okay, other days they do not. You have to keep working at it. So right now I'm working at it. I need to get my bangs cut again. Covers up your eyebrows when you mess them up in the morning. All right. I think that's good enough. I don't even know what I was talking about because I totally got sidetracked. That's nothing new, is it? Anyway, I'm going to keep doing these videos in the morning because I can keep up, you know, if I get into a habit, if you do it for a certain number of days, it becomes a habit, or it becomes something that you automatically. I hear a cat. I guess that's a cat. The door squeaked. This house is not haunted. The last house was haunted. Let's talk about that. So, my last house. Oh, it was Princess. She's always into stuff in the mornings. I lived out in the country. This is kind of country, but not really. No. But then I lived out in the country. It's not country. It's still country around there, but not as much as you would think anymore. We're going with orange today. Why? Because I like orange. So my mom and my grandma bought the house together. I can't remember how old the house was, but you know it's in the south, so it's not too terribly old, not compared to houses in the north. And I'm guessing it probably was a farm type place at one time. I know it had stables in the back. So it had wood floors, hardwood floors. And I would work at night, nobody would be home, and I would hear footsteps. Somebody was walking with heeled shoes, not high heels, but you know, hard-soled shoes. That's what I'm looking for. And I would hear him walking, and I would get so tired. I was so sleepy, and I was so used to it. I would holler. And, you know, not loud, like, not mean. I would just say, please, can you stop? I'm trying to sleep. And it would stop. Well, Hurricane Ike came through. Couldn't tell you. Whenever Hurricane Ike was. Came through. Just me and Mama living in the house. Grandma had passed by then. And I was laying on the couch. She wanted me in the living room with her while the hurricane was happening. And so I was laying on the couch, and something came to, it was a big tree limb, but at the time I didn't know. It was raging outside, and something fell, and it fell through the ceiling, through the roof. It didn't go through the ceiling, but I'm guessing it hit not a floor joist, but a stud, or whatever they're called, piece of wood. And it felt like it was right above me. Well, when it calmed down a little bit, I walked outside and I looked and I could see it was a big tree limb. So we had to have that fixed. And what they did, this is a old one-story house. The only way you can get up to the crawl space type attic. It wasn't one you could stand up in or anything like that. It had in my bedroom, it had a panel in the ceiling that I never did it, but you could lift it up, get you a ladder or something and get up there. Well, in the living room, they tore out we had to move out, so we moved next door and to my son's mobile home. We had 2 mobile homes on the property. We moved to my son's mobile home while they fixed it. They took the ceiling out they were pulling all the wet stuff out until you get the check from the insurance company. The insurance company, I guess, pays them to come in and remove the wet stuff due to mold issues, things like that, and to put a blue tarp on the roof. So, if you were sitting in the living room, you could see above the ceiling, you could see into the attic crawl space. So it's creepy. Well, that was back when Ghost Hunters and all that was really big. That show. I loved it. I loved it. Anyway, me and my son and his friend, me being stupid and weird and goofy, and a nerd, admit it, a nerd, we went over there at night, and I had a tape recorder, the old-fashioned kind. And I could kick myself in the butt for not keeping up with it. So, went over there, tried to catch some EVPs, which, as you talk to a ghost, and hopefully it talks back to you. So, we're done. Nothing happened. I mean, it was really dark, and so I think you can make up a lot of crap in your head because it's so dark. But it looked like shadows moving around. But that could have just been my eyes playing tricks. So, I'm like, come on, let's go. And so, we start walking back to the house. Again, it's nighttime. Back to my son's house. And I said, I'm just going to take it in my room, and I'm going to listen to it while I do whatever else I was going to do at the time. And they said, no, listen to it. And I said, all right, we'll listen to it on the porch. It was cold, too. But we had our coats and stuff. And it was cold. For Texas, it was cold. For us. So I'm just playing it. And I am not kidding you. And I was holding this tape recorder, someone came so close. They were so close to me. And it was an old man. And he had like a gravelly voice. And he says, "Leave me alone." Perfect. Not the crap you hear on TV where you can't understand what they're saying or they got to tell you what they're saying. Oh, no, 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 no. It was very obvious. It was an old man. And, of course, all of us looked at each other, eyes bugged out of our heads. We couldn't believe it. And then we're like, oh my God, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And so continued listening to it. And you hear, he's further away. He says it again. "Leave me alone." Gravelly, not happy that we're bugging him. Unfortunately, my mama was a sweet, kind soul. And I'm an idiot. I took that tape recorder and I let Mama hear it. Mama started crying. She says, "We can't go back to that house." I said, "Sure we can. When it's fixed, we're going to go back. That's our home." Well, they finished fixing it. We went home. No more of that EVP stuff. It was just the footsteps. But when I would holler, I would say, "Hey, please stop walking around because I'm trying to get some sleep." I would stop. I kid you not. That house was a trip. I sold it after Mom passed away. I couldn't afford the property, the payment, and all that. I was working MHMR. And anybody knows, MHMR in a group home the pay was horrible. So I went and I bought me an RV. And I lived in the RV for a long time. Then I moved to my cousin's and I lived there for about a year. And then I came back to my hometown and lived here. Well, I have my RV. My RV's still back there, but I use it for storage now. I moved in the house. After a while, I moved in the house with Dad, took care of him until he passed. So now I am here. And it's just me. This house is not haunted. When I was, what time is it? Oh, my alarm's about to go off again. It's 5:28. I've got to get going. I've got to hurry up. I'll continue ghost stories at another time. All right. God bless you. You have a great Thursday. Bye-bye.